Was that weird, or was I just trying to make you think it was weird? Cameron Bridge defines the word weird as follows: strange and different from anything ordinary. To really know if what I was doing is at its core weird, we have to understand the motives behind doing what I've done. So, okay, to make this easier, let's make a checklist sort of thing. Action: staring at nothing and laughing. Experienced via video. Motive: to make an example pertaining to the validity of being weird by purposefully appearing to be weird. Okay, so now that we know that the reason I made this was solely to create an air of weirdness, can we really call it innately weird? No, not really at all. There is objectively very little mystery involving anything regarding what I've shown and explained to you. My actions themselves had no rhyme or reason, but I performed them for the sake of seeming as if there is a deeper level to the final product that you were viewing. This isn't even the only applicable situation. For example, take this stupid video game program, Trip. Trip is basically a walking simulator. That's in no way a first. Games like Proteus and Gone Home prove that there is definitely a market for that, but Trip's a tad different. Gone Home has objectives, Proteus has well-crafted and coherent atmosphere. Trip has shapes and colors. Trip is not weird. There is nothing weird about it. It was made with the intention of feeling bizarre and foreign, which it is, but it has no substance. There's nothing to uncover, and for me at least, that's nearly immediately apparent. Proteus doesn't have anything to uncover per se either, but it has a consistent presentation, shaping the player's experience to be cognitively and emotionally fulfilling. Trip seems to want to emulate this on a more extreme scale, but by doing so, there is nothing weird or significant about it. There is no apparent reason to traverse the game world, because everything present has been created to function as a catalyst to build upon a false reality that has already been shattered by simply existing in the manner it does. There is nothing but deception and ignorance exemplified in the mundane process of attempting to create a fictional reality in which everything exists for the sole purpose of perpetuating the existence of said untrue world. What is the purpose of a singular reality? Can a reality that presents the notion of needing to exist make sense, or is it the idea of having to make sense arbitrary and frankly redundant, considering how the reality is one completely and wholly different from that of our own? Connotations of all sorts are constructs of not our society, but the human mind, wired simply to survive, but twisted in a way that allows us to bend pre-existing rules of our consciousness, allowing a fully fledged journey to the transcendent nothingness known as reaching enlightenment. When the Buddha had reached nirvana, he spread his knowledge to fellow ascetics on their journeys to attain enlightenment. This man did not reach enlightenment. He reached a false destination manifested by his mind to subconsciously prevent himself from reaching true enlightenment and becoming forever dormant. The concept of déjà vu exemplifies the flawed manner in which we view the progression of our consciousness over time. Though we may perceive we've experienced a phenomenon, we have no ability to measure the validity of the experience, as it is likely clouded by our uncontrollable, unreadable subconscious. We are slaves to ourselves, though we are unable to confront it. Chasing the beast's shadow, one cannot perceive it in whole, yet the integrity of the beast is not compromised. Consider how scribbles on a sheet of paper equate to no apparent purposeful representation of a concept or object, yet a fleshed out drawing evokes questions and emotions. We observe patterns, and our brains recognize and interpret them to create meaning. Without pattern or any explanation or logic behind the lack of pattern, we are met with no meaningful judgment. Trip is a game that gives the impression of a reality, purposefully false, and fails in its final manifestation. It falls short of becoming anything even remotely stimulating. I believe we should not shun or shame the creators, as they are simply naive. Thanks for watching.